Jackman, and immortality.
Arwen. Tolenilu. Ichaer Gwannar Navalanno Sibaro no Kirar.
I have made my choice.
He is not coming back. Why do you linger here when there is no hope?
There is still hope.
Liv Tyler, good morning.
It's so dramatic. Good morning.
It is very dramatic, this movie. And I'm good. Nice to see you. So tell me about your character in this movie. As I mentioned, you played Arwen.
Yeah.
And she is an elf who's got to choose between her love for Aragorn and her, as I said, her ability to survive.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about her role and why she's so key to the entire plot of the movie.
It's just, they just had, I think, well, it's very important to the character of Aragorn and him kind of fulfilling his destiny, which will come later on in the third film. And in this film, you just begin to, I think as a whole, with the entire film, we're not establishing anything anymore. You're there, and it's just getting deeper into the story. And it's so bittersweet, the relationship that these two people have, because they love each other so much, but they're up against everything. So it's a nice, you know, nice idea.
You speak a strange language in this movie, which I guess is called Elvish.
Elvish.
Elvish. Did you have to take like a Berlitz course in Elvish? How did you master this, and was that hard?
It's actually really hard. There's people that can actually speak Elvish.
It's a real language?
I'm very embarrassed that I don't know the name of the translator man, but we would sort of write, my dialect coach would write our lines and fax it to him, and he would fax back the Elvish, and then I'd have to memorize it. And sometimes the morning of the scene, which was really embarrassing because, you know, the whole day is riding on the fact if I can remember my sort of ches and thus and all these bizarre sounds.
Now, I understand that your role was actually expanded, that you're sort of just a blip if you read the J.R.R. Tolkien trilogy, but the director of this movie wanted you to have a bigger role in it, which must have been nice.
That much more of a bigger
Well, you don't know. Truth be told, you're not
No.
Sort of ubiquitous in this movie, but you're key to the plot, and he did expand it from the book, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the book, she's actually not in the second book at all, but throughout the, she's just sort of there throughout as this sort of, as hope, I guess, in a way, you know, someone having faith.
Now, is this movie, I think, I'd not seen the first one, and I did see the second one. Is it better for people? Well, you know, my 11-year-old was able to give me sort of, you know, last week on LA Law, the version of this, and she told me everything that was happening, much to the chagrin of people around us in the theater, I'm sure. But
Same
ideally,
thing with my dad, when I saw the movie, he was wrestling rappers and asking me all these questions. The whole New Line in the studio was like, shh.
Had he seen the first one?
That was the first one.
Oh,
yeah,
the
he
first
hasn't seen
one.
the
So
second
he needed sort of...
You need to, yeah, definitely have some info to back it up.
You know, what was it like? Obviously, you all filmed most of these movies in one fell swoop in New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
That must have been an amazing experience because the scenery in this movie is so spectacular.
It was it's an incredibly beautiful place, and it's very untouched, and the people are so friendly and kind, and they were so happy to have us there making this film. And I mean, almost the whole country was kind of working on the film in a way. It was pretty incredible, but yeah.
Tell me about working with some of the co-stars, too, like
They're
Viggo.
so cute. Everybody's, I mean, we have all formed these incredible relationships, and because I'm one of the only girls, I get a lot of special treatment, and I get very nice things from boys are very nice to me.
Yeah, and you do a lot of kissing in this movie, Miss Tyler.
I know, but if you can believe it, I never actually felt any kissing at all because Viggo's beard is like nails.
Oh, really?
It's so powerful.
Oh, you need to do something about that.
Protector. No, it's good for me, and you know, I'm an engaged woman.
I was going to say it's probably good for your fiance. His name is Royston Langdon. He's from the rock group Space Hog.
Yeah,
love Space Hog.
They're not together anymore.
They're not? I'm like, Space Hog, listen to them all the time. Does your dad like him most importantly since they're fellow rockers?
They're really good friends, yeah.
And when are you getting married?
Next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
And you also have another movie coming out, Jersey Girl, with Ben Affleck and J.Lo.
Yeah.
Did you have fun doing that?
I did have a lot of fun doing that. Kevin Smith is the director of that, and he's a really great writer, and he writes really wonderful female characters.
We look forward to that, and we'll be back.